Hello everyone, I am back with part 1 of a different build, just to spice things up and keep you on your toes. No, because I wanted to build something for Seasons before Seasons came out, because we're all very impatient people. It is now out, which makes doing this even more painful because my PC is currently too full for me to be able to record an actual Seasons build. But I built this in preparation of it, and so this is a winter build. This is inspired by it's an Icelandic resort, but I can't pronounce the name of it. But it's essentially it's a hotel, and some of their rooms that you can stay in look like igloos. They have glass roofs. It's like our new update. Hey, that's pretty cool. But yeah, and they're meant to look like igloos, and you can see the aurora borealis from your rooms. That's what I wanted to do in this. It's inspired by it, but not totally accurate. Like the room plans aren't exactly the same. And I added this building, which is like a communal hub. You enter through here, you'll find the reception, a sort of hangout bar area for everyone to use up here, and stuff like that. You know, that sort of thing. There's also a tiny yoga studio, in case you want to wake up and do yoga while watching the snow. Why not? I've never done yoga. It's probably kind of good. I don't know. But anyway, what's that got to do with anything? Nothing. Okay. But yeah, so I literally just built this because I wanted to use the glass roofs, and I thought, Igloo Resort, let's do that. And as soon as Seasons was ready, I installed it to see what this would look like in the snow, and I was actually excited. Like in the UK, or at least most of the UK, we don't get much snow. And if it does snow, if you get lucky and it does snow, which is normally around February, March, it is very little. It does stop most of the country from functioning properly, but it's actually only a couple inches of snow if you're really lucky, and if you're in an area where it gets quite dense. And occasionally you'll hear a report on TV saying, oh, the snow is so thick in this area, there's been accidents, and it's still not used. Other countries make fun of us, and it's justified. But to be fair, our country isn't used to any snowfall, and we're not really that prepared for it. All we have is some salt. Anyway, why am I defending this? It hasn't snowed here in a long time. Since February. Anyway, that's totally pointless. Pointless? That's got nothing to do with anything, I mean. Ugh. Off point? Ugh, I can't speak. Sorry, I was excited about Seasons. Still excited about Seasons. I haven't actually looked at any of the items in my game yet, because I wanted to upload this, so you're welcome, all three of you. But yeah, so there's only actually 4 rooms for people to stay here, so if you bring your Sims here, you might want to just bring your friend. Actually, confession, I just remembered, I actually messed up a bit. I built this on the 50 by 50 lot in, what's it called? Granite Falls, there we go. I built this on the 50 by 50 lot in Granite Falls, the forest area. So this isn't actually a rental property, and in the drop down it didn't have rental property available for me to select. And so this is still listed as a national park, but you could make it, there is a gym and spa underground, and it would probably function as a club as well, so you could make it a spa or club, whatever. And then just roleplay sleeping here, I guess? I don't know. There's a fully functioning gym and spa, there's a little yoga studio, there's a bar, club area, and kitchen sort of area, so it's meant to be a hotel. It's meant to be. Anyway, as I was saying, there's 4 rooms, they're kind of defined, but they're very similar, but they all have like slightly different touches. One's red, one's yellow, one's green, one's blue. That's the biggest difference, which isn't much, but there you go. And yeah, so if you come to Granite Falls and you want to stay at this resort, maybe if you don't have a big family, it's targeted towards couples really, more than anything. All of the rooms feature, so you'll enter into like a living space which has a glass roof over it, and a bedroom which has a glass roof over it. Not that private, but it doesn't matter, it's The Sims, you know. Although it's in The Sims, I'm still uncomfortable when bathroom windows aren't covered in the game by curtains. I'm always like, oh, I know it doesn't matter to Sims, but it matters to me, and it's a bit weird. So, yeah. Also, unrelated, I know I keep going on tangents, I'm very sorry, but so I've been experiencing weird lag since the update prior to seasons releasing. The update occurred yesterday, on the 20th, so 2 days ago now. And I've seen other people complaining about this issue as well, where you're experiencing severe lag when placing wallpaper, nothing else. Just wallpaper. You can see it here. You're like, did something go wrong with the screen? No, that was me getting impatient and trying to place the bloody wallpaper. It took ridiculously long. So I didn't include all of that because it was just more clips of that over and over again, me just dragging it and cursing in real life until it started working. I'm still having the issue, so my first season's build might still feature wallpaper lag, but sacrifices have to be made. Don't end up using those modern windows, we use other modern windows, because although this is a sort of alpine cabin look we're going for, I wanted it to be quite modern. Like, you can walk 5 minutes down the road and you'll find skiing lessons and what are those things called? You know, the cable cars, yeah, those, well done. I've never been skiing, okay, forgive me. In high school, I think twice we were offered to go on skiing trips, but I was scared of dying, so I didn't. A lot of things I passed up doing in high school, in my whole life, is just because I was scared of dying or something worse happening. You know, like Hermione says, we could have died, or worse, expelled. Okay, stuttering, sorry. It's very late. Not really. I've stayed up way later. I don't know why I'm lying. I stayed up several nights in a row before. I think I'm just excited about seasons and I really want to get these videos out so I can build something for it. It is, however, about 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, so whoops. I did it again. I play with your... Okay, let's not do that. There must be... I sound like I've drank coffee, but the coffee doesn't wake me up as much as being tired does, if that makes sense. You know, when you just go a bit mad. Anyway, so this is the interior of the hub cabin part thing. Very odd shape, actually. It looks like a barbell. Or it looks like the school in My Hero Academia, the H shape, except it's a really stretched out H. But hey. On the left side, what am I doing? Why did I stop there? Okay, well done, Blossom. Yeah, on that side we will have a bar and a sort of loungy area where there's some sofas and a TV, and then there's a piano and microphone and dance floors, so there's live performances. You can go grab a drink, dance a bit, go sit back down when finally your friend's found someone else to socialise with, and you can just go on your phone and stop talking to people. You know, that whole thing. But yeah, that middle area, that's going to be the reception area. I tried to make it interesting, but really I also wanted it to be kind of realistic. So you walk in, there's a kind of big reception desk, kinda, sorta, maybe, I don't know. And then there's sort of a waiting area in case, you know, your room's not ready, because that happens sometimes. Okay, it's only happened to me once. When I was the most posh, is that how you say it? Yeah, the most fancy place I've been. It was a castle. I know, right? It was in Cornwall. So, you know, still in the same country. Although people from Cornwall like to think they're from another country, and to be fair, it does kind of feel like another country, because they actually do have a better climate generally, and they have tropical plants there, which is really weird. I was astonished by the massive leaves on all their plants. Very odd. Also, the train ride took nearly 5 hours, so it felt like going to another country, for goodness sake. I think flying to Spain takes 2. Anyway, we stayed at a castle, which sounds really fancy, and it was. It was pretty amazing. There was a wedding there every single day, which was really annoying, because we had to, like, traipse through the undergrowth and bushes to avoid, like, being in the background of wedding photos. What was the point of all of this? Oh right, yeah. That was the only place we've ever been where they were like, sorry, your room's not ready just yet, can you wait 5 minutes in the bar area until it is. We only had to wait literally like 2 minutes and someone came and got us. But yeah, that was the fanciest place I've been. Most places I've been, not a lot of people have been staying there, which made it a bit more scary. Once we went to Paris, it was one of the worst times of our lives. Exaggeration, slightly, maybe not, I don't know. We nearly died, kind of. No, not really. But we thought we would. But let's not go into that. Anyway, we got to this hotel, and I don't know if you can, I think it was called a hotel. It kind of seemed like someone's house. And there were 3 rooms up a really narrow staircase, which had a carpet that was never not sticky and wet, even though I couldn't see any leaks in the ceiling, which was nice. And the other 2 rooms were perpetually locked and had sounds of people in there, but no one ever came out that I noticed, so that was terrifying. That was not a good time. We spent as much time as we could in cathedrals, praying for God to save it. No, not really, but they were just nice to be in. That hotel wasn't. Top tip actually, my friend said that when she went to Paris she stayed in a place that had the same budget as the horrifying place I stayed in, and she stayed in a sort of Chinatown district area, and apparently it was really nice there. So you're thinking going to Paris, you're doing it on a mid-low budget, then look for that area, whatever that area is. I don't know what it's called, so this isn't helpful at all. Anyway, here we are in the basement. Right now there's a massive square. That was a mistake because I didn't know what to do with it. Tom's smiling at me, which makes me forget what I'm talking about, because then I get nervous because why is he paying attention to what I'm saying? I'm just talking rubbish. He should be talking with me. Then I wouldn't talk as much rubbish, or at least he would talk about it with me. Anyway, so these are the rooms below the glass roofs. I hope you didn't hear that clack sound, that was me pushing up my glasses. Wow, that's kind of lame. I went for an eye test the other day. This is so unrelated, I'm sorry, but it's 2 AM, leave me alone. I went for an eye test the other day, and it was a bit weird, because I've not been in 4 years, whoops. But to be fair, when you hit about 20, I think, your eyes stop changing as much, they sort of stagnate. They shouldn't change as much anyway. I was worried they had, because I feel like I've been blind for a while now. Apparently they've not changed that much, and I used to have astigmatism, if that's the correct word. If it's not, I've probably said something horrifying about myself. But no, my prescription, both eyes never matched up, one was always worse than the other, but they've evened out, they both got worse together this time, so that's kind of nice in a way. He was like, the guy who tested my eyes, he said, do you use contacts? And I said, no, I'm too scared of them. And he was like, oh, that's a shame, you'd be a perfect candidate for them. I was like, oh, why is that? And he was like, both your eyes are just as bad as each other. I was like, oh, that's nice, thank you. But yeah, that's kind of that. It's really sad, but that made me happy that I have both my eyes are equally as awful at seeing things. I'm blind, kind of. They're also really healthy, despite the fact that I get optical migraines. I don't get the headache part, but sometimes I'll just see a massive white light in my vision for a couple hours and I kind of go blind for a while, but that's okay, that's normal. People tell me, opticians tell me, and doctors, so we're just living with that, I suppose. Anyway, we're done. I'll be uploading the decorating part very soon, so see you then, bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe, thank you, bye.